You guys got your notes ready? Already like download? I see. Nice. So it's just like about 30 pages, something like that. Okay, so Andrea, just got to know you today morning only. So very last minute, just nice timing. So Andrea, may I know, like in your school, your teacher teach until which chapter already, or do they say until which chapter they are coming up for exam? Chapter 3. I see. Chapter 3, chapter 1, 2, 3, 7 for exam. How many hours? 1 hour and a half, or 1 hour 45, or like what, 2 hours or 2 hours and a half? How is it? Which class? I mean, for exam. How many hours will it be? Really? Okay. I see. Full format. Wow. So overpower. 2 hours and a half, man. For very few chapters, yeah. Oh, hi Elaine. You're here. How about Gerald? Gerald, how's account so far? Hi. All right. Cool. So this is me. Later on, the notes that you receive, will you have this my page here as one of your cover page. So this is my accounts for the YouTube channel. Okay, Alwin Kwan account. So far here I have the Chinese version. Soon later on would be doing for the English version for principal accountant for textbook explanation for all chapters. Okay, I'm also teaching the IGCSE. So for the year 10 and also the year 11 ones for TTC in accountings. So we do have free trial class for 4 weeks, meaning 1 month. So for the Mandarin version will be on the Tuesdays, 7 to 8:30, and English version for the explanation, but notes in BM will be every Wednesdays. Okay. And yeah, good afternoon, selamat petang, waalaikum, and konnichiwa to everybody. So, okay, so some of them say the format will be full format. Okay, and some of them will be like customized, meaning depending on your school teacher, how many hours will it be? If you receive the schedule for your exam and you see 1 hour and a half for only one paper for account, that means the paper is custom made. It's not the full format. But if you see 1 hour and 15 minutes for kertas satu, and you also see 2 hours, 2 jam 30 minit for your paper 2, then that is the full format. Okay, you guys know the full format. How is it like? Your teacher in school got tell you the full format, how does it look like how many questions are there, and then how many marks you need to complete, those things? Got. How about Andrea, Gerald, Sidesh? How about Kimberly? Do you guys know the real format? No. Okay, understand. Okay, so now let's talk about format, yeah? So format. Okay, format, principal account, format. Okay, your format will be for paper 1, kertas 1, there will be 40 questions for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Kertas 2, there will be mainly to answer 5 questions. Okay, that will give you 100 marks for 2 jam 30 minit. So 40 question is definitely the MCQ lah, objective ABCD. Okay, for kertas 2, it will be different. I think this is your first time lah. Everybody's first time will be sitting for this real style of paper, or maybe some of you just like a warm up kind of thing. So kertas 2, you have question 1, which will give you 10 marks, and I will suggest you to complete them in 10 minutes. Question 2, 25 marks. Question 3, also 25 marks. This is bahagian A, soalan wajib. Must complete all the questions. These will need you to answer, finish within 40 minutes. If you over the time, please skip to the next question already. Okay, then we go to bahagian B, optional questions. Question 4, 5, 6. Okay, question 4, 5, 6, choose 2. 2 questions only to answer. Each will give you 20 marks, which means for this case, please answer within 30 minutes. There you go. Now in school, the game plan is depend. 2 types of game plan here. Number 1, kertas 1 will be 40 marks for 40 questions. Then kertas 2 will be X over 100 multiplied by 60. That will give you the out of 60 marks, and therefore your 100 marks comes in. Game plan number 2, kertas 1, 40 marks. Kertas 2, they will look it as 100 marks. Therefore, in total, you have 140. So X over 140 will be your final marks. So what will be your goal? That's your important thing to consider. The goal is important. What you want? You want A plus 90 marks, A, that will be 80 marks, A minus 70 marks. Picking off which? Of course, you'll be hearing rumors that they say what grade has been go down, or like grades going up. Okay, we never know. We will not know how is the real one, because you will not see your marks at the end of the day during the real exam beside your sigil. IGCSE is different. IGCSE for the international schools one, when they got their results, they'll see the marks and the grade together. So there's no like cheating. You will see yourself getting 90, you definitely see an A star or A plus, they call it. 80, that would be the A. And then if it is for the A minus, then you really see the 70 marks. Okay, so since we do not know what is the real marks at the end of the day and what is the real grade at the end of the day, so we just stick to the standard benchmark where these marks will represent the grade that you wanted. Now let's take a practical step. Let's just aim for now 70 marks. Yeah, 70 marks, quite practical. So how much to score in your paper? Okay, definitely. If let's say you want a 70 marks, then here 30 and here will be how much? You need 40. A very practical ones, practical ones. So for your kertas satu, please score as much as you can. Because if your kertas satu is strong, then kertas dua should be also, technically speaking, strong as well. But if let's say you want to, let's take for 30 and a 40 basis, so you do backward accounting. You backward calculate for the X. Meaning the entire kertas dua, how much you need to score. 40, you divide it by 60 and times 100. You get 66.6666, well, 67 marks then. Which means you only have 33 marks to lose out of the entire kertas dua. Only 33 marks. So very possible you are able to score a good 70 marks of A minus. However, if for kertas dua, you want to, for the kertas dua, where your teacher will calculate it full 100, and then kertas satu is 40 marks as per game plan number 2, your total marks should be 98. 98, 112, and 126. This is how much you need to score. So 98 marks, well, okay, 98 in total. So let's say here 30. So here you need 68 marks, correct? So 68, you divide by 100, 10 times 140. Okay, 68, 68 out of 100. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 68. 68 marks out of 100 in total. So meaning you got only 32 marks to be lose out. Only 32 marks for kertas dua. So more or less actually the same only. Yeah, more or less the same, you see? Just only a difference with 1 marks. So game plan number 2 will require you to score by another 1 more marks in your kertas dua for you to gain these marks. So actually the differences is not much there. Okay. Now, have you guys been already, get used to the daily routine in school? Are you guys already much more get used to it already? How are you guys feeling? Because this is like maybe your first time being in a gung-ho situation where you've got classes, go, and then after that you'll be sitting 2 hours and a half exam kind of a duration. You guys get used already to it, your daily routine in school? And with the number of subjects, 9 to 10 subjects? Yeah. Half. Just over like that. Okay, so now. And are you guys able to struggle a lot of subject? 10 subject, 11 subject, you guys okay? Can handle lah. Last time only 8. Okay lah. 11 subject. Science stream Could you be science stream? 11 subject, 11, and then you add account, and then you add bahasa Cina, right? Then it become like 11. Sub-science, I assume. Okay. 读中 Zhonghua no. Oh, okay. SMJK. Okay, let me see where are you from. Where are you from again? SMJK. SMJK. Okay, convent or something is it? JK. Okay, SMJK. Yeah, definitely no way. Okay, now. Mm, okay, so how I did this, how I able to achieve this? Actually, not easy. Not easy. Some more I don't have tuition one last time. So only one of my seniors, those who are really the top scorer in schools, they are the murid cemerlang, pelajar cemerlang for the year. They share to us one thing. The tip is consistent revision. Consistent revision. Consistent revision is the key because why? Our memory is not that strong like normal people, or unless you are blessed with a photostat memory. How I wish to have also a photocopy machine memory. So you see, let's say this is day 0, then this is the first day. Our memory, let's say on the first day, will go up if we study. After that, as time goes by, our memory for that particular thing can reduce. It is able to reduce. So which means day 2 or day 3, we need to go up again. Let our memory go up. Then after that, definitely it will slowly fade. After that, day 5, you need to make it go up again. Then slowly it will go down. Because there's a short-term memory loss, definitely. So once we do consistent revision, we will develop a long-term memory. That's one thing. So how to study? Okay, one of the way is something like this. Okay, your study schedule that I do is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And yes, a lot of you Coco Wednesday, right? Or any one of you Coco on like Monday or like Tuesday. Now still 8 subject. Yeah. Any one of you? All Coco on Wednesday also, right? I think it's the entire country. Whole Malaysia is Wednesday Coco. Correct? So now we have 8 subject, 9 subject, 10 subject. So you see 1 week or 7 days. Okay, can. So Saturday normally 1 or 2 subject. Sunday also 1 or 2 subject we study. Normally what subjects to study on the weekends? Those that are a lot of memorizing, understanding and memorizing stuff. Another one more, normally I put those weak subjects on Saturday, Sunday as well. So Saturday and Sunday, your subjects can be changing every week. You agak-agak yourself. 1 month got 4 weeks, ma. So got 8 days. So 8 different subject every Saturday and Sunday. Different ones. And then Monday, well, they say Monday blue, ma. So Monday, Tuesday, Monday maybe you put 2 subject here. Normally your most relaxed subject, your strong subject, the so-called easy subject, you place them on Monday to study. Wednesday also relax subject because you are very tired already whole day, man. Then some of you got tuition. So put relax subject. So other than that, one subject. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Somehow rather 1 or 2 on Tuesday as well. Okay, so from very strong subject up to the very weak subject. This is what you can do. And then every week, every day, just do the same thing. Consistently for like almost nearly 2 years. And then you also can, other than this style, you also can base on what? One is you allocate the subject lah. Subject based on daily, or maybe you can base on your tuition subject of the day. Let's say if Monday you got tuition for account and maths, so Monday you study these two. Because you have the tuition lah. Or if not, you can do it like this also. Weekly 2 to 3 subjects you focus every week. 2 or 3 subjects every week. So 1 month got 4 weeks. So 4 times 2, 8 subjects. 4 times 3, 12 subjects you can cover. You can do like that. Then towards examination time, let's say you got what, 2 or 3 weeks before exam. Now let's do some calendar over here. So let's see, what, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. And then you move into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Simply, something like that. When you guys exam, some say May 7, some say May 13. How about Gerald and Gerald, when you guys having? Or 5 of May, 5 of May. Somewhere around there normally. Still can. It's not late, or 8 of May, somewhere around there lah. Okay, so take the very prudent way. Okay, let's say your exam somewhere around here. BM, BI, KBC, Maths, Sejarah, Science, or Bio or something. Then Eco, then what, Moral, PM, and like what, MMaths or your, then Biochem, Physics, etc. Anything I'm missing out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, my own subject. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how to study? You go like this. Is like you terbalik study. So the account is very last day, right? Let's say, then you study it now. Like today. Then after that, go become physics or something else. Then after that, you see, you notice, I'm going backwards, But of course, on the 4th of May, you study BM. And then on the 3rd, if let's say BI, you feel like, then BI and BC together one day, Definitely here, got Sejarah sometimes, and then maybe you want to slot in Sejarah at home. 2 subjects a day. And then about Science, then Maths. You guys see? So it's like how you complete at least 1 cycle of all the subject you study before the real exam comes in. You guys got what I mean, right? You complete the cycle first of all the subjects you cover. As soon as you know when is the coming exam, you plan 2 to 3 weeks ahead. This is what I usually do. So from my daily schedule of my subject to study, I will change my study schedule for my exam accordingly. But after I finish the exam already, then I switch back to my normal mode. Then I'll ask us and CC when is the coming exam again. Then I already will plan ahead 2 to 3 weeks before the real exam. Then I'll switch to like this. Really depends on how you want to plan your strategy. So strategy is important. Of course, when you are studying, when you're doing revision, repeat repetition, reading. Also what? practice. Practice is key. And towards the exam night, just relax. Study a bit, study, look through, and then gain enough sleep. Because you already burned the midnight oil over here. The 2 to 3 weeks prior this exam, you want to burn the midnight oil, please go ahead. But when during the exam week, plenty of sleep. Just sleep. Study, just stay relaxed, stay happy. Stay happy, then sleep, then you'll be able to score an exam and get the top 10 in your class. Okay? So these are some of the things I do lah. But then if during the exam week you're not happy, I tell you, you confirm go down one. So please be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Okay? So, now let's go for accounts. Account. Okay. The plan is actually to cover bab 1, 2, 3, 4 today. But with a very limited number of duration of time, don't think so. So later on, during our normal classes, we might have extra class later on in future. And I really just pray for me for my throat to be okay, my voice all be good. So right now my voice already come back. So just have to control a little bit. So now, maybe some of you got already tips or not. Any of you hearing tips that your paper will be set by government or like only school teacher or like how? Because some people they say it's set by government. Or some they say the last subject is by government. And then the elective is school teacher set. How is it like? Any rumors on your side? Some are government. Account government the jabatan pendidikan of your state. Okay, don't. Okay, government. Okay, so definitely got a lot of perancingan already outside. In Telegram or wherever WeChat cannot. Facebook, not really. But maybe Google, you go Google search, can see all kinds of funny perancingan. But for science, K2, K3 are our own teachers. Let's see. Okay, now pengenalan kepada perakaunan. Let's go look about this. Okay. Pengenalan important or not important? The answer is, I would say, touch and go, but just be good at it. No need to really master it, but be good at it. Sometimes later on also, when you facing the real exam, you will get tips here and there, or so-called ramalan. At the same time, once you get these tips, okay, you just, okay, noted, master them. Be a master to those tips. What they say gonna come out, is it? Okay, just master it. But those not tips, you really don't know one. You'll be like this. My suggestion, just be good at it. It doesn't mean that once you receive tips from teachers, let's say in your own school exam, or later on during real SPM, there's a lot kind of ramalan here and there. It doesn't mean that you only focus on the tips and then those other places that they never mention about, you need to take a look on those. You don't need to cover. You still have to cover, no matter what. Be good at all, generally, but master those focus point topic. We never know. Bab 1, touch and go. Just be good at it. Normally they love to ask things in question 1. Theory, a very fast theory. Theory can be anything. It can be very, very simple because question 1 only got 5 questions. 5 questions each, like giving you what? About 2 marks only. 2 marks. Only 2 marks. Very fast. Very fast to score. Within 1 minute, actually, if you finish all the entire question for question 1 very fast, I tell you, very fast can be done. 5 minutes lah. 1 question, 1 minute instead of 10 minutes. Okay. So question 1 here for the bab 1, I saw lah, they love to ask 1.4. You know, you got the concept, prinsip, dan batasan perakaunan. This one. There are 8 of them there. They love to ask this. Of course, others they can ask. Klasifikasi dan persamaan perakaunan. Confirm is one of your key highlight for your midterm exam. This one is definitely very highly probable. Very highly probable to come on your exam. And then PKK format. This one to cover. Okay, do a lot of practice on this. Right? Now, some of the important subtopics, like here in bab 1, one of them we have kitaran perakaunan. Yeah, some of it. How they like to ask. Basically, they can ask apakah X, Y. Maybe X and then Y over here, then what? Maybe Z. Something like that. They ask apakah peringkat X, Y, Z. So, this kitaran perakaunan is basically your entire syllabus. Your entire Form 4 syllabus starts at 12 p.m. 12 o'clock. Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 5, Chapter 6. Pelarasan is 8 and 9. And then over here is Chapter 7. So your real topic comes from document. Starting here. Document. Then buku catatan pertama. Then now ledger. So most of us already cover this part here. Okay, most is this. Some around here. Our normal class in Zoom, the weekly ones, we are already in ledger. So next week we'll be covering one shot all these 3 as a revision. Okay. Then Ibangan Duga, very simple, very short chapter, only very small. I can just finish it like what? 10 minutes. Chapter 6, very small. And then this one is the very, very huge one, a lot of things to do one next when you're almost reaching your final exam. Then here is very fast also actually. Penyata kewangan is actually chapter 7. You'll be learning on what? Apur PKK. And in which also you already look them in where you know. In your bab 2 inside. You already see Apur PKK in your bab 2, which is actually chapter 7. Also another very super small chapter. Very super small. Okay. Then 1.2, little bit to know is this and this, perhaps. Okay, this one, especially you look up Pacioli, your bapa perakaunan, this one. They can ask. And then revolusi perindustrian, the revolusi definitely got this revolusi thingy lah. Sejarah mah. You learned that also before in your sejarah. Okay. Now, next. This one. Badan-badan perakaunan, touch and go. Okay. MIA is basically giving you lesson. PRY, setting up rules. Standards. How to do jualan. How to record this. How to record that. They got a lot of laws, you know. There's a lot. There's other Malaysian. Other than Malaysian one, we also have International Accounting Standards Board, IASB. They will produce IAS. Standards is called PRY. IAS number 2 deals with inventory. IAS 16, all and everything about your aset bukan semasa. Those things. There are rules. And then this one professional accounting body, not only three we have, there's a lot. We got ICAEW also, we got ICAA, and a lot of many kinds of MICPA, what CPA, CIA, CFA, all the A and the C, they are professional accounting bodies. So it's like, Shaolin Kung Fu, Kung Fu, but you're all coming from different school. Some coming from Shaolin, some from Hermes, some from don't know what the other names. All kinds of names. Just like Harry Potter, we have different schools, we have different team. It's like a house, like your sports house, that kind of feel. So here, this part, right? You just focus on the ones that we bolded, the one in bold, in very black, thick black one. Because at the end of the day, they are all just like giving you certification, giving you certs, and that what you're doing later on is all in accounting. Everybody gather in the same company, but different kind of a background. This one particularly is all about management. So when you see management, you just see for pengurusan dan pentadbiran. Perakaunan, pengurusan. Management. All about how, this is all about your factory. Management is all about your factory. Material enough or not. And then your labor, your buruh, are they enough or not? Are they available for you or not? This one. Okay. ACCA basically also giving out exams, but here mainly is about giving sokongan. There's a lot. Okay, there's a lot. So you just touch and just know a little bit here and there. Okay. Ciao. Next topic. This is how we study for accounts for this, like chapter 1. Okay, ciri qualitative. Okay, it's just like they are talking about characteristics lah, basically. Ciri. How does it look like? What does your penyata kewangan, your APUR, and your PKK, what are they following? What kind of rules? So this is also, again, another touch and go thing. Ciri qualitative asal, they got quality, the main quality that a report, your financial report, penyata kewangan, has to be. Number 1, relevant. Actually, this relevant, very similar to pemasaan, the advanced characteristic. They are some sort related. Relevant means your timing of your report come out just nice at the relevant time. It's just that a timing where all investors wanted to find for opportunity in your company to invest or to add on their investments. Just nice the timing. You're not too early, not too late, just nice on it. That kind of meaning. That's relevant. Similar with pemasaan. Very similar. Perwakilan benar, very similar with kebolesahan. Meaning, the amount that you represent in the report, if you say $10,000, means $10,000. The $10,000, there's no any bluffing. There's no any hanky-panky behind it. If you say 10,000, okay, yes, you are really 10,000. And can be trusted. Kebolesahan. Can be verified. If there's an auditor who go and, verify it, double check it, really 10,000 or really 10,000. Now, here's the proof. And then, additionally, we have also tertingkat advanced part, kebolehfahaman and kebolehbandingan. Faham dan faham with the knowledge of accounting and some business economy, they can understand your report of your penyata kewangan. Kebolehbandingan, okay, they can compare it with the previous year report. Meaning to say something like this. Let me show you a sample here. This is my page, around the page. Okay. Normally, you see them in your financial reporting, in your annual report over here, something like this. Keboleh bandingan means, okay, this is your apura. They call it differently in your advanced study next time. Do you guys see there's a different date? Got 2022 and 2023, which is the latest one, let's say. Okay, the latest report I haven't downloaded lah. Okay, they will every time will have 2 years for people to do comparison. Revenue is your jualan. So in 2022, it's 5 billion. Then 2023 increased by another 1 billion. So, there's an improvement. So nice, good. So that is keboleh bandingan. And those people, investors or any people who are involved in a business, then when they look at this, I understand what is this report about. So that is keboleh pahaman. Okay, so that is our penyata kewangan, the ciri-ciri, what quality they need to have. Okay, pengguna, who are the user of your penyata kewangan? Got internal people and also got external people. Internal people, what? The bosses lah, because they want to know the company whether doing good or not, so they can plan for the future. Pekerja, what they need? They need to know whether your company is still stable and then their job is secure or not. Outside people want to use your report for what? Bank and pembekal, they just want to know your hutang. Are you able to pay back the hutang? Pinjaman bank. Pembekal, your ABB. Kerajaan, they want to know your taxation. Are you reporting the correct tax or you are hiding something? Saham, the people, the investor, pemegang saham, they want to know how much dividend they can get back from their investments. Dividend will be their interesting point to look at. So dividend is something like interest for the shares that you invest in the company. Is they give you something back in return. That is dividend. There will be one chapter next time we'll be learning in 5. This one very important. This one they love to ask in an exam one. Super duper important. Number 1, entity berasingan, meaning you and the company is two different fella. In my class, you see me drawing things. Whatever you put inside the company that you invest, those money and the barang-barang, all the aset bukan samasa, this is known as modal. Company borrow money from you. As long as the company is still in operation, they will forever hutang the modal from you. It's like the modal will be inside there running around. So this entity berasingan. And then wang sebagai ukuran, they normally will like what? Iklan for January is RM100. Once you see this, you know definitely the cost of the advertisement in January is 100. If without RM, only 100, you'll be like, means what? January, you do 100 times of iklan? Or your iklan name is called Iklan January 100, 101. But if you put one RM there, the cost is 100 bucks. Very obvious. So wang sebagai ukuran. Usaha berterusan, you have infinity life. Your company is still going on as long as they are there. They never close down at all. Then the company is still going on. Tempo perkalan, calendar. That's all. It can be also like what? 1st of April 2025 until 31st March of 2026. That kind of thingy. 1 year. If you see dates, definitely tempo. Next, ketekalan. Normally, they'll be talking about susut nilai. Once you see susut nilai, they're talking about formula. Kaedah, use the same method to do things. You must be consistent. Therefore, it's called ketekalan. Then we also have prinsip cost. Prinsip cost means original cost. For what? ABS. forever you also report the original cost, no matter if the same thing, same color car increase price in the market. Don't follow that. Okay? Pengiktirafan hasil belanja, normally when you see something untung or rugi sebenar, definitely will be pengiktirafan hasil belanja. And this is actually talking about bab 8. Susun nilai also bab 8 stuff. You'll be seeing some words like this, belum, pra, that kind of thing. Eh? Then you see this word mainly, something sebenar, actually the word. You see this word mainly, sebenar. Answer is pengiktirafan hasil dan belanja. Then lastly, cost manfaat is talking about some sort of options, and then you need to choose, and then you make decision which you think like this, the most happiest decision that will give you the most profit in return. So textbook, there's this one sample you can have a look in your chapter 1. There is in the textbook something, a man having an extra house. He wanted to know whether he want to sell it or he want to rent to people to take monthly rental, or he want to make it an Airbnb. So at the end of the day, I'm not sure which one he took, but it's the one that will provide him the most untung. After he take all the hasil minus the belanja that is related to that particular options, he will choose the best one. That's the answer lah. When you see something, the question sounds like they are making some sort of a decision. And it's nothing to do. You cannot find any keywords about the previous 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You cannot see any keywords about that are right inside here. No. So definitely would be cost manfaat. Okay? Any questions so far? Before I move on. Any question? Eleno, Andriano, Sidesh, Gerald? Okay. Nice. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Next topic. Chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2, very, very important. Very, very the important. You need to know asset liability is which one or. Okay? Now. So 3 o'clock already, very fast. Okay, so asset liability plus equity per million. This is our persamaan perakaunan punya formula. So you need to know is asset is equals to liability plus equity per million. Just like our left hand side is equals to right hand side in our mathematics. And if you look into it, most of us already like cover chapter 4, something like that. And we are some of us also in chapter 5. We also get to notice one thing. Debit is equals to credit. Meaning left hand side is equals to right hand side. That's the meaning. Okay? Now, when doing these questions that related to our klasifikasi account or our persamaan perakaunan together in tandem, few things you need to know. First, the questions urus niaga will be in words, in which the words that they use will be just a normal words. So firstly, your step is to identify these normal words and normal terms, and you transfer them, convert them into the accounting words. Secondly, from the POV of your company, because company also is like a person, okay, from here, from that, the POV of the company, oh dear, I mean it looks like a cat. Okay, from the POV of the company, you see what come in or what go out, or what add on, what goes out. What increase, what decrease from the POV of company. You are imagine you are the company itself, the shop. The shop can see something come in, the shop also can see something go out. Like what you buy things outside, got lorry come in, the lorry come, and then normally for bread lah, gardenia bread, they put out all the thing one by one by one by one, and then they push the trolley into your shop. And this is how you are looking at it. You are the shop, your door open, you see things come in, you see things go out, that kind of look. So these normal terms changing into accounting terms. Here, what we have here is all the accounting terms. What about what I about to give you will be the normal terms. Okay, now let's look at asset. Asset is actually something being there with you, in which later on, depending on the duration, it will turn into money for you. That is actually asset. One of them is asset bukan semasa. I need to leave right now. I have tuition. Do you have recording? Yeah, it's recorded. Later I give you. Remember to ask it from me. We'll have recording. Yeah, I give you once I done. Okay. So asset bukan semasa are those asset. Are those asset that will be with you like almost forever sometimes. It'll be just there. They call it more than 1 year. Lebih daripada 1 tahun. So, only after X years later, then that barang, your asset bukan semasa, will turn to money. Only after X number of years later, I don't know, 1,000 years later. Okay, but for asset semasa, the things that is with you will change into money within 1 year time. So this one, it will be like a few moments later, you get money. So this is the one. Okay. Now, kenderaan. Okay, this is the accounting word. The ones that we normally will see what? Van, kereta, motosikal. To name some of them. Okay. Basikal very seldom to see. Now, kelengkapan. Lengkapan are those things that is stick on the wall or on the floor or on the ceiling. Like normally you will see is kipas, lampu, penghawa dingin or pendingin hawa, I'm not so sure, but if I'm not mistaken, the real tata bahasa for it is pendingin hawa. So do ask your bahasa teacher whether it's penghawa dingin ke pendingin hawa. And lengkapan, because I mentioned it is something stick on the wall, on the floor, on the ceiling. OHP projector. Even also mangkok tandas or the shower. These two things is very rare to see. If it really appear, then it will be a laughing item like the exam hall Mangkok tandas. It's actually lengkapan though, because it in your company when you set up the shop, right? The shop doesn't have a toilet, so you want to open a toilet. One room is for toilet purposes, washroom. So you also have to go to those like lengkapan shop, IKEA and find the area that they sell toilet bowl, and then you buy. And you also buy the shower. Which one you want? Joven ke, or like what Diamond ke? Those, to name some of the few brands. These are actually lengkapan because it is plugged in there and set there. Lengkapan. Now perabot, normally we will see what? Meja lah, kerusi lah, almari lah. What? Sofa? Consider perabot because those are furniture furniture. Now, normally perabot also, we will use rug. If we see rug, normally we put under perabot. Ah. So if got lengkapan or perabot, and then they give rak as one of the item in the urus niaga, you just follow. It will be it will have one of them. Lengkapan or perabot will be appearing there, either one of them. Then the rak just put inside there. Some question we only can see perabot, no lengkapan. Then when they mention about rak, it's definitely perabot. If they mention about rak and we don't have perabot, we only see lengkapan, definitely put inside lengkapan. Because why? This rak can be a little bit controversial. Because rak can be the ones you see in your this what Seng Heng, Seng Q, this kind of shop or any electrical appliances. Have you ever seen there's a rak stick on the wall and then they place all the items there as a display? Those rak, I can say lengkapan. But some rak is just like bookshop. There's a rak buku, the rak just somewhere in the middle of the road, middle of the ground. Those can be like a perabot. So rak depends what kind of rak, and lengkapan or perabot depending what is your company policy. The boss will set lah, accountant will set lah, will classify by their own in real life lah. Okay. Now alatan pejabat. Alatan pejabat normally you'll be seeing what? Computer lo, then machine cetak lo. Not to forget penghisar kertas, but very I almost never see that one. You know the paper shredder? Those are considered alatan pejabat, yeah. The paper shredder thing. Very seldom to see, or almost never see, unless I create one question that has penghisar kertas. What's that? Some kertas thing to shred off, to cut off the paper. Okay, normally the ones you see in exam is these four. Always. Premise, your kedai lah. Machine, big ones like what? Machine penjahit. You know the sewing machine you guys saw before? That one we can call it as a machine. Or those machine you see in the factory, those things are machine. Jentera is something that has wheels. Heavy machinery, you know, the one sometimes you see in the roadside. This kind of truck. Bulldozer, excavator. Yeah, those to some, or for some names that I can think of. Excavator. Oh, you know those jentera, you know, the like lorry. Okay, like a lorry. But here got a round thingy one, then it's moving around one. They're very big lorry. And then there's something, you know, non-stop guling that one. Cement truck, oil tank, cement truck. Oil tank. It can be kenderaan though, depending. Cement truck, yeah, the cement truck, that one. Jentera lah. Cement truck. Normally you'll be seeing them, this one only, almost of the time. This one, you know about them, but for persama per account, very seldom to see them there, almost like really never. Or maybe got premise, but you just see the total amount there, and then after that you won't touch it one. You touching others. Okay, so these are the common terms you will see in the sentence, and then straight away when you see them, you need to straight away know that they are actually perabot. You know that they are actually kenderaan. Okay. Then aset semasa, inventory akhir, inventory, you definitely see the words they use barang niaga. Barang niaga. Once you see this, straight away you catch it and put under inventory. Should got something to do with inventory. ABT is your customer. Sometimes they use the name, only got name. Or ahli secara credit. Or sometimes they use the word pelanggan instead. Or pelanggan secara kredit. And normally you see them using words in front, the kata kerja menjual. Okay, so these are your customer who owe you money, hutang. Deposit is deposit. Pelaburan, your investment. Bank, normally when you see the word check. Tunai is tunai, tunai runcit is tunai runcit. Okay, if they say menjual secara cek, menjual barang niaga dan menerima cek, definitely is something to do with the bank because check comes in. But if you see they say menjual something kepada someone without mentioning bank or tunai, definitely is ABT. If they mention check or tunai, please one shot catch these two fella. Okay. Now, next one, liability. Liability means owe money, hutang. Okay. Liability bukan semasa. Liability bukan semasa is where the hutang you use more than 1 year time to pay off. A very long-term loan, long-term liability. Okay, more than 1 year. Then only can pay off everything. Liability semasa means the loan, the hutang that you need to pay finish within 1 year's time. 12 months time, you need to pay off finish. Pinjaman bank normally is liability bukan semasa. Gadai janji is something like they call it the collateral, a loan where when you make money, borrow money from a financial service provider, you borrow money and then you need to give something in return as a security, as a guarantee. Sometimes in your higher level, they call it what? Lien. Something like you gadai, pajak gadai, that pajak, something like that. Sometimes they call it what? Cagaran. You give out something as a collateral. If let's say you cannot pay off the hutang of that particular gadai janji, they take one of your car that has similar value to the amount of loan that you borrow. Inilah gadai janji. But then very, very rare to see them come out gadai janji. Normally pinjaman. Okay. ABB, okay, is your supplier. They call it, sometimes they call it pembekal. Sometimes they just give names. Again, Ali. Then, or Ali secara kredit. Sometimes also secara kredit one shot. Same goes to your ABB here. Sometimes they just put secara kredit. Kata kerja will be membeli. Once you see membeli something, then without mentioning tunai or bank, definitely ABB or ABT. When tunai or bank, when tunai or check, the word is not being mentioned. Definitely is ABT or ABB. Then overdraft bank. Okay, this one off and on you will see one. Off and on you will be seeing them. Overdraft bank. Overdraft bank is where it is a service though. It's a short-term finance. Short-term financial service, when your balance in the bank is already kosong, you can still tolak money out of it and use money, but then you become negative. Emergency usage. Then subject to faedah atas overdraft bank when you pay back to them. Something like your pinjaman, but in a different context. It's a short-term financial service for emergency usage. But different company has different limit. Let's say your limit is 10K. If after 10K you want to swap card, cannot swap already. That's the meaning. Okay, overdraft back. Then equity per million is your capital this inside. Modal. Okay, modal normally when you see what words, you see bawa masuk. Then that will give you the idea of modal. Okay, untung bersih rugi bersih is actually the hasil minus belanja, minus of the ambilan. Then the balance will be the balance for equity per million. Talking about hasil belanja, we have this. Hasil means money income lah. Money income. Belanja means expenses. Money go out loh. Very easy. So normally when you see something terima, hasil. Belanja means bayar, beri, or only one words. Then that is belanja. Okay. So this is your asset equals to liability plus equity per milik stuff. Any questions over here? So once we do questions, let's say, what color I want to use? Okay, this color. Beli meja dengan check. This is the urus niaga check, $100, 100 RM. Very fast when you look at the question, the sentence. Oh, meja, klasifikasi, perabot. This is what you do in the first place. Then check. Oh, check is bank. This is your first step lah. You done already your first step. Normal terms change to accounting term. Secondly, from company point of view, what come in, what go out. It's actually on the ones that you covered, that the ones that you identified just now for perabot and bank. Or after you classify them already, you catch them already, then you see what come in, what go out. Perabot, you beli perabot. Perabot, when you buy things, means what? Got major come into the company, right? Come in, right? So perabot go out loh. Bank, you beli something with check, or you buy things, you pay money, right? So money go out loh. Done. So perabot asset equals liability plus equity per million. Perabot is asset plus 100. Bank also in the asset, minus 100. So net effect 0. So the other side, nothing to touch on lah. If there's a net effect, definitely you make some profit. Or if let's say you say membeli perabot dengan kredit, membeli meja secara kredit, then that will mean what? Liability loh, ABB increase lah. So asset increase 100, liability also increase 100. So both sides must be the same. If go up, then here also got something go up. If they go down, then the other side also go down. It's just like debit credit they're talking about. It must be happen two things at the same time for this event. Okay, any questions? Right, so that's how we do it. Okay. Now, let's talk about penyata kewangan. Have you guys covered in school APUR? account perdagangan and untung rugi. You guys got cover. Just now we got friend here, chapter 7. Not yet. Okay. Now, APUR. So, APUR. That's how we come with APUR. Okay. So, APUR is actually talking about all your income minus all your expenses only, to see whether you untung or rugi for the year. Okay, so it's basically see your performance, whether you are good or bad, your performance. So the account perdagangan will be from your jualan up to your untung kasa. This is AP. And hasil and belanja here will be your untung rugi. So account perdagangan is talking about your barang niaga. Perdagangan perdagangan is your perniagaan. So it's talking about the hasil and belanja. Jualan is actually a kind of hasil though. Remember that, huh? Jualan is your hasil operasi. Day-to-day operation. Minus pulangan jualan because what? If your customer return back something back to you, means they don't want that stuff because spoiled. So you lose your sales already. Because by right, later on they will pay you. Now that they return back to you means they don't want it. They will not pay for it. So therefore you lose your sales. Then you get your jualan bersih. And then cost jualan is actually your cost of sales. Your cost your cost. Your belanja, that kind of thingy. For you to make something selling, you need to buy something, right? You need to buy stock, then only you can sell off your barang. Then we have inventory awal. This is for our 1st of January. Now, let's say we take this question as a sample behind here. Okay, let's say I take question number 3, page 14. Have a look. Now, let's see inventory barang niaga over here. Let's say this inventory barang niaga is our inventory awal, 6,000. Now, normally, how are you guys looking at this inventory amount of 6,000? When you see the 6,000 over here, and then definitely you'll be writing over here the beginning of the day, got 6,000 over here. Is the baki awal. Or March 1, inventory 6,000. What do you understand about this 6,000? And then normally you'll be thinking, how do I know how many inventory I have? And more also, I'll have to answer question number 2 or the number 7 or March 7 or 3 and then 7, this one over here. 50% daripada inventory barang niaga dijual dengan harga 3,005. You seeing everybody, they'll take 6,000 and times 50% and you get 3,000 and then you minus off. But like, I don't know how much actually I have, how many unit I have. Okay, might as well you think it as this 6,000, you imagine it as 6,000 units. You have 6,000 units, each value at 1 ringgit for the amount you buy from your supplier. You got 6,000 of them, each at $1, 1 ringgit. Then you can say, okay, it makes sense. I got 6,000 stuff now. Each of it is $1, 1 ringgit, and therefore this inventory awal is cost 6,000. The value is 6,000. Then I got it. So now 50% daripada inventory barang niaga dijual. So I got 6,000 unit. I sell off half of it. So meaning how many I sell off? 3,000 lah. 3,000. All the cost is one ringgit. When you jual means you go out, right? You sell to give people the barang. You sell to people and then you get money, right? The kind of thingy. So technically speaking, this one is called cost jualan. This is actually a cost jualan. The cost that you need to buy for you to make the sales to happen. This is cost jualan. Anyhow, let's see. Dijual dengan harga 3,500. Cek diterima untuk urus niaga ini. You get check, very fast you get check. So meaning bank. So you sell at a higher price. Definitely, you will do business, you need to sell at a higher price. You buy at a lower price and you sell at a higher price. That is actually business. If you sell at the same price or lower price, that is like wasting of time of business. Okay, people call it doing monkey business. Okay, so you jual dengan harga 3,500 and you check terima. Okay, so your bank increase lah 3,500. Now modal untung ambilan ABB, this one there will be a borderline over here. So there's a 500 net effect, right? That 500 is actually your untung bersih. It's a kind of your hasil. This is your untung kasar. This one is called your jualan. You guys got it? So applying this situation at above, here, that will mean your cost jualan is 3,000. Your jualan over here, 3,500, and therefore you get a 500 untung. Your untung kasar will be eventually your untung bersih though. At the end of the day, just add on some stuff. But if there's no any hasil or no any belanja, which is very, very, doesn't make sense. But formula-wise, untung kasar is also equivalent to your untung bersih if without hasil and belanja. Now, here 3,000 for this part over here. We also got buy things along the year one. Of course, you got buy things along the year. So let's say inventory hour I take earlier on one 6,000 6,000, right? And this is inventory hour. Inventory hour will be over here. Awal normally is the first day of your accounting period. Then Berlian. Berlian, we buy an amount we buy something else, and then we also return something. Okay, the amount that is stated here, you can imagine it as number of unit. So you won't feel OCD. Then you get Berlian bersih. And then we also have this thing called the Audi. Additional cost for your purchases. Like, it's like you buy things on Shopee, Lazada, Taobao, right? You buy something, initial price is 40, but at the end of the day, you're paying like about what, 60 bucks. Why? Because of all these additional costs. Angkutan masuk, DHL, FedEx, and then upah atas belian, when you buy something that needs installation, you need some manpower from the particular company to help you install the stuff. You need to pay them one, Duty import cukai. Okay, let's say you buy something from abroad. They send to your place by air or land or sea. Then when they go to some particular country, they need to pay some, duty charges or tax to go into that particular region. So they will charge you extra. Insurance atas belian, choy. In case, let's say, all the, the barang you buy and then they send it through this cargo, the ship, very big one, and then all everything suddenly, sink into the ocean. That very, very big cargo ship, the one you see before, those things. This kind of ship. The very, very big one. And then a lot of barang over here. A lot of barang. The cargo, the container. Sometimes I'm looking for the word though. The container, that one. Then if you buy insurance, you'll be insured for your purchases. You get some insurance. So you buy something, 40 bucks, at the end, total up the cost will be what, 60 bucks. That is your cost per lian. So let's say you buy things and all the additional cost charges, you buy, actually the value is 5,000. Okay, so you can consider like this. Oh, the 5,000 means I got buy 5,000 unit, all everything at a $1, 1 ringgit charges. So at the end of the day, the ones that are existing in my warehouse and the ones that I buy, I got total of 11,000. So meaning to say I got 11,000 unit of stuff lah, all value at the cost of 1 ringgit. So this is the cost barang untuk dijual. Meaning how many barang for you to sell during the year and what is the cost. Therefore, cost barang untuk dijual. Okay, then after that, let's say at the end of the day, inventory akhir normally is the 31st of a month of 30 or the 31st of any month, meaning year end. At the end of the year, this one is the 1 full year. Normally, apur is for 1 full year. Let's say I have 8,000 barang niaga left. So meanings to say I have already sold off 3,000 law means cost jualan. Jualan, how many things I sold? 3,000 stuff, each at the cost of 1 ringgit. So cost jualan is 3,000. So meaning I already sold off 3,000 barang. And when I sell off these 3,000 barang, I sell it at the total price of, let's say this is the only customer I have lah. The entire year is the only thing I do is sell off this 3,000 to this one particular customer. I sell that fella 3,500. Therefore, I earn 500. And if you look at the format here, the format is like this. It's like going down and after that go down the staircase. First floor go to the ground floor go to the lower ground floor. Okay, it's a C. If you remember, this is a C form, then you don't need to worry much. Or you can just remember all the billion stuff is all over the first column. Why need to have column? Sorry?
Can I ask how we can get 8,000 the cost barang untuk dijual?
Cost barang untuk dijual 11,000.
No, I'm saying that inventory, I had inventory at 0.
This 8,000 I create only. I create.
Oh,
let's
okay.
Say, because I want to get 3,000 at the end so 8,000 lah. Okay. So why need to have 3 columns? Just to easy ourselves to do calculations. If you want to cram everything at the right corner there, it will be really a messed up portion. So all the billion stuff you put the first column, then second column here normally the inventory hour. So it's like here everything you calculate, you park your amount over here. Then it's easy to do your workings and additional and your minus stuff. Okay, and then for hasil and belanja, you just put over in the center and then the total put over here. Then add up. Then here you go. Then all the total, then you put over here. Then add up. Then you get a final figure. Oh, this one is minus, sorry. Belanja, you need to minus. Okay? Hasil and belanja, all this untuk rugi, but I can call it paperwork or the computer work. The office work, all the computer work. This one. Hasil and belanja is all this. All the paperwork. Okay, so this is your apur, a general understanding about your apur. Okay? Then PKK, let me tell you one secret. The penyata kedudukan kewangan for your persamaan perakaunan, when they do like this, right? Definitely you do T format, unless they tell you to do the penyata format. But if not, normally we'll be doing T format. Okay. Now, you see here, for chapter 8 and 9 onwards up to until SPM, you'll be using penyata kedudukan kewangan in a statement format, top to bottom one. Here, there's this one thing that you need to consider. Asset semasa must minus off your liability semasa to get this modal kerja. This is a very big requirement in your exam because here got definitely a 1 mark one. There's a 1 mark over here. But I let you know, in the real working world environment out there, and normally all companies prepare their financial statement for this PKK, there's no such thing the liability semester must go up here. This liability semester is over here one, just like what you see over here. It's just that the entire thing, all of the thing, just go below here. That's all. You just switch places only. That's all. That is the real world out there. But this one just for your exam purposes, so you need to do like this lah. I remember before I'm so very innocent, I go ask my lecturer in my college, Misa, why got this one over? Why we don't put our current liability above here to get this what working capital one? Why not it Dear bro, you are using international syllabus lah. The one you learned before is Malaysian syllabus. Tak sama punya. This is one thing. One of your first culture shock in your university later. This one is supposed to be here, not up there. You no need to find modal kerja. But this one just for SPM purposes, then you just follow the rule. That's all. Okay. So this one take note. Right? Any questions before I move on to the new topic, the buku catatan pertama tinggi? So fast already got the finish time. Okay, Dash, drop, Kimberly, Ellen. Okay. Okay. Take a 1 to 2 minutes break. Yourself to, like that. Then we will going to cover chapter 3 and 4 stuck a bit here and there. A recap. Okay. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Okay, how's everybody doing for your document? All okay so far? Right. Now, first step always when we are doing our documents, first step you need to know what is your situation. Your situation here is memulakan. You just started business. So, normally, the first step after we see is a memulakan, we will need to do our journal arm. The journal arm keterangan will be different depending on your situation. If this memulakan, you be writing as memulakan perniagaan pada tarikh ini. But if the situation they say pada 1 Januari 2024, Hisha yang merupakan pemilik syarikat Amazing Wear, bla 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 bla, mempunyai baki-baki berikut. Then your keterangan will be baki, asset, liability, dan equity pemilik pada tarikh ini. This will be your keterangan. Inside the journal arm, you'll be doing what? Debit all the asset and credit your liability and your equity per minute. Because we have what? We know asset equals to liability plus equity per minute. So always, most of the time, you need to find modal. Modal is always playing hide and seek. Modal is always playing hide and seek. So how to find modal? All the ones on the left side minus the liability. Then you find the modal. Okay? That's number one. Secondly, you need to know what company are you and what is your inventory. Here, your syarikat Amazingware. So then they sometimes will further tell you something. Yang menjual apa? So in this case is yang menjual pakaian. Menjual pakaian. So pakaian will be your barang niaga. So this is your barang niaga. So you can thinking of all kinds of your favorite shop lah. Padini, H&M, Uniqlo, those things. Okay, so this is one. Secondly, you'll be doing jenaan, jenahas, buku tunai. Now, your marks here, how much? 25 marks. This is a kind of a particular question that can easily come out in your exam. Very easy. No need to be stunned by the, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my god. A lot of document, then you get scared. You become a scare cat there. No need to be frightened, no need to be chicken out. Okay? Now, let me use the notes over here. Now, for document questions, if you see those kind of like what bill tunai ke, invoice, nota debit, nota credit, okay, the name that you see here, ABC at the top, normally will be the supplier. It's always the case. A general rule. And then below here, definitely is a customer all the time. They're always the case. And then notice when you record names in your journal khas or journal arm or even buku tunai, did you ever record your own name or it is always the time other people's name? Which one? Do you record your own name or other people's name? Okay, very good, Sidesh. How about the rest? Okay, very good. Now, when we record, right, in journal arm, journal khas, buku tunai, normally is other people's name. It's always like this. So depending POV of who and who, depend who are you in the question. So if let's say if you are XYZ, so means you are customer, means you buy something. So you put to journal berlian if let's say this is invoice lah. This is one way of looking at it. But if this is you, this one should be your customer. So if this is invoice means you put into your journal, jualan. This is one of the method. Okay, so talking about which one is which means we need to know one thing. We also will be seeing asal and salinan wordings. Asal, salinan. Asal normally the very clean white paper. Salinan normally is the colorful one. Blue color, pink color, yellow color, green color. Very colorful one. And then people will be, you know, the seller will put a thick paper or thick like a card below two papers because they want to protect the following behind papers. So they take the lapik and lapik it there over behind. And then you notice they have only two papers in the front. So once the seller writes something on the front paper, on the white color one, behind it, a blue color or colorful one will automatically be carbon paper, carbonized copy. Those are salinan. So normally asal, this white paper is definitely talking about money going out one. Normally, colorful one, normally money coming in one. Or A for out, in for in. Normally I look it like this. So money can come in now or come in later. Okay, money come in or go out now or can be later. Or there will be also barang niaga can come in or out, normally on returning, whether return in or return out. Okay, let me do some arrangement. Put somewhere around here. Okay, so let's talk about money come in now or come out now. Normally when coming in or out now, everything will be recorded in your buku tunai. And if you still remember in your document, that chapter, there's actually 14 pieces of paper, meaning 14 documents, all everything one shot put inside buku tunai. Just go and look ahead. Okay, one of them is your bill tunai. Then keratan check. Okay, keratan check, this one be careful. It is always 100% confirm go out money all the time. It is always money go out all the time. And also your this voucher pembayaran. Money always go out one. Okay. Then okay, makluman, the one coming from the bank, makluman debit or credit, please look at perkara first. You don't be confused with the debit credit. Just look at the perkara. What is it about? Charge bank means money go out. Dividend, faedah atas simpanan, duit diterima daripada pelanggan ABT, then that will be money come in lah. You read the perkara. Once you see something from the bank, so it will be your bank column in your buku tunai will be affected. But look at the perkara instead. Charge bank, charge perkhidmatan, buku check, Those are money go out. Okay. Now, if money will be coming in or going out later, then will mean there will be ABT or ABB. Normally, this one will be talking about your invoice. Nota debit, these two. Normally. Okay. So, when it is about ABB, you'll be recording them into your journal belian lah. If it's your ABT, then you're recording them into your journal jualan lah. It's just a matter whether it's for ABT, definitely will be a salinan. ABB definitely will be asal because you're going to pay money out later. Then later money come in. So salinan in. Salinan. If it is nota debit means go up. So further, like further buy or further sell. Because increase. And normally you put inside the same journal, the name will repeat twice. Just like in our class last week, the past few days ago, we have our class. You see cekap sendirian berhad that one. Definitely one is invoice, one is nota debit. The two names together one. So this is where you put in your journal khas. If it's money go out now or go out or go in now, buku tunai. Okay? And then barang niaga, returning, pulangan loh. So this is a pulangan. The document will be nota credit lah. If it is come back to us in, then that will be JPJ. And normally it's a salinan because salinan mah in. Journal pulangan jualan, come back to us. Then if we have asal means out lah, go out lah. So journal pulangan belian. That's all. Why got nota credit? Because spoil, tak sama jenama, size tak sama, salah warna, or too much accidentally charge you extra. So you want to go down now. So this one is like considered like a kind of a pulangan. So very easy, it's like this. Hey, isn't this bab 4? Yes, I'm combining bab 3 and bab 4. Bab 3 and bab 4 must be combined to learn. Then only it will be meaningful. If you learn bab 3 only on your own, just like reading there, and then you'll be just like, invoice, sleep already. So you combine with bab 4 and then you do the practice together at the same time, and then you'll be like alert and awake. You won't get sleepy. Yeah, so the blue color is like the normal theory, and then the green color will be about like document and also the buku catatan petang. Or maybe I put little bit here. This will be the buku catatan, buku catatan, buku catatan, buku catatan, and buku catatan. Okay, got brown color. That will be the buku catatan. The green color is the document. Yes, bro. This is bab 4 and bab 3 together. Now, then we have some special cases. Special cases where there will be involving about journal Okay. Now, there's also another special document. Now, if the special document you see memo, talking about money, money out or in, that will be also buku tunai. Money out or in can be how, Okay, money in, modal tambahan. Money out will be ambelan. Or you want to say there's a derma. But derma sometimes also you can see them on the voucher pembayaran. But very less. Most of the time voucher pembayaran is for like what? Sewa, gaji, kada bayaran. Normally these three. So for derma, maybe for memo lah. Then we will be buku tunai. Special case that will involve with journal arm. Okay, one of them is the catatan permulaan lah, the earlier one that we talk about. Catatan permulaan. Secondly, will be also involving memo where it's about barang niaga or aset bukan semasa. How? Depending lah. It can be bawa masuk barang, bawa masuk perabot, then that will be modal tambahan again. No? Then it will be minus off things because what? Ambelan barang niaga or aset bukan semasa. Or you want to derma barang niaga. Or you want to take out from your warehouse, you put outside to do what? Promosi. So basically memo tambahan I write in modal. Not memo tambahan. When they are talking about bawa masuk barang niaga, they bawa masuk something, bawa masuk perabot ke, or bawa masuk some kenderaan for kegunaan perniagaan, it will be journal arm. And that will be modal tambahan. Credit the modal. Debit the asset. And then credit the modal. Meaning your asset bukan semasa go up, modal also go up. But for this, you debit the, what is it about? Ambelan, derma, or promosi. And credit the, if let's say they talk about barang niaga, then it will be belian lah. Or the particular ABS you take out from the company to use to bring back home. So these are some of the special cases. And another one more. You see invoice again, nota debit, and nota credit. Why we use journal arm again? Okay, this is the situation where your barang niaga is when you buy something secara kredit. Normally is your ABS. Beli some ABS secara kredit. Then you put into journal arm. In which this particular barang, this ABS that you buy, is not your barang niaga. Let's say just now that one, Amazing Wear is talking about clothes, right? Okay. So wherever you buy secara kredit, nota debit, nota credit, invoice is about pakaian, baju, then that one will be inside the journal khas. But if they say, if the same syarikat Amazing Wear, they buy a almari, but it's invoice. Almari is not the barang niaga, so that will be the perabot. So they beli perabot secara kredit, that will be inside your journal. This is the special case. Be careful for this one. Okay, any question? Okay, My exam until journal has. Nice. You already covered that part already. Earlier. Will it have buku tunai? Journal has. Journal has. Okay, journal has. Buku tunai. If your teacher managed to teach until buku tunai, then high chance. The buku tunai very also the simple. Debit side of buku tunai means money come in. Credit side means money go out. If they want to ask other types of question, another one more type of question they can ask also. They test you with only what? One document. Normally be careful for invoice. Invoice especially. Maybe nota debit, nota credit or some other things, but normally invoice got a lot of things can ask on. They can ask you to fill up this blank. Fill up this blank. Okay, they give you scenario one, who is who and who, and then who are you? Then you fill in the blank. X, Y, and then got okay item, right? Item lah, and then the quantity, RM, all written here. Then jumlah. Maybe some of these they can ask. Fill in the blanks. Some mathematics stuff. Then the total here. Also they ask you how much. And then discount niaga over here. They also can ask this. Then they can ask, apakah discount niaga? Apakah discount tunai? Discount niaga is for fast what? Not fast. To buy pukal. Means buy a lot. Buy in bulk. Discount tunai is to pay fast. It's all about menggalak. Galak to buy secara pukal, buy a lot. Then you save more. Then discount tunai is to galak you to pay faster. Then they give you calculations. Maybe also they will ask you this thing. Apakah K and K DK? It means kesilapan dan ketinggalan dikecualikan. Means if this invoice got problem, no issue. We use nota debit and nota credit to do the corrections. That is K and KDK. Correct. Yeah, journal has all the belian stuff lah. Belian jualan pulangan, belian pulangan jualan lah. Those are the hustle. Is lo. Is only all the debit credit lah. Has is the others lo. Buku tunai is buku tunai lo. Okay, they can ask this, and then let's say they pay on the 20th of May, how much it will be, RM. And then if let's say they pay on the 25th of May, how much will it be to pay? This one is talking about the discount tunai already lah. Journal has gonna, so I only study these 4 forecasts. Yeah. Together with journal if your teacher this week can teach until buku tunai, then study under buku tunai. Next week also in class we'll be talking about document again. Next week we'll be doing document, buku catatan pertama, and the ledger all together. Hopefully within 1 hour and a half we can finish in class. Okay, so the question in your exam can ask how persamaan perakaunan for midterm. Second, document into buku catatan pertama, or maybe only document, or particular focus buku catatan pertama, let's say only buku tunai, or buku catatan pertama, only journal has, something lah. So all these invoice memo will be question for me to fill in journal and journal has, right? Yeah. They give you like this question lah. This over here. Next week also we can see in class like this. This one all the memo lah, whatever, the keratan check lah, invoice lah, bill tunai lah, invoice, all written. All this one. This one is the one that you put inside your journal and your buku tunai. In which in exam normally is provided already all these buku catatan pertama. And teori lah. Bab 1. Maybe this one at most is question 1. And then some of you already got cover ledger, right, in your school? Or belum lagi? There is maybe got ledger. Can Okay. So that's all for today. Okay, almost time passed by already a lot. Okay, so that's all for today. Anything you can come and ask me. And free trial is available for 4 weeks. So do feel free to contact me for more information on how things goes by. And if then I shall see you all next week. Same time, same day, same class. Okay? Bye. Bye. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Welcome. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye, Job. Nice to meet you. Bye. Welcome.